Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 9 of Crusader Kings 2, and we are still playing as Petty King of Mercia and trying desperately to expand a little bit. It does take quite a long time. We have managed to get ourselves a new and slightly better Chancellor. Hopefully he will be a little bit quicker in fabricating claims. That said though, we are still... we do still have a couple of problems. We have a female heir, and it's going to be quite difficult in order to carry on if she ends up being our only descendant, which makes life a little bit difficult. We could try and kill off her husband and then remarry her to somebody of a matrilineal marriage. That might not be a bad idea. Maybe it's time to consider trying to kill this guy off. We don't really have an awful lot of plot power. We can try and invite some people to that plot. It isn't really going to get a lot of backers, unfortunately. Certainly not enough people to make it work. So let's go ahead and cancel that plot there. That is a real shame. My plan would have been to try to kill him off and then remarry the daughter to somebody else in the hope that we could get a matrilineal marriage going. That's still quite possible if we do take control of the daughter as her heir. It'll be much easier to try and kill him off then. In the meantime, we do still have a few lovers that we could still try and have the odd child with. Can't really invite them to court. We could always go and see if we could flirt with another. We still have the trait. Let's go and have a look at the... Are we auto-saving? Yes, of course we are. Let's go ahead and look at the women. We've got a countess here. She could potentially do. Let's go ahead and attempt to seduce. See what happens. But she's such a little morsel. We've already had these options before, so we'll just sort of pick the same ones again. We know they do have slightly different personalities, and depending on what their personalities are, it can affect which options you need to pick. That is my courtier's opinion of me has changed by -2 for 10 years. Why don't really care all that much, to be honest. Yeah, we've still got lots of things going on down here that we can't do an awful lot about. King Ragnar Lodbrok has usurped the title of the city of Uruk from Ludrif. Now, where was that from? Oh, that's all the way over there? Who cares? How does that affect me? Anyway, I managed to chance upon Cuthberg alone in the kitchen when she came down for a usual late snack. We've talked and laughed for hours, and I can tell the attraction is growing. Hoping I've read her correctly, I lean in and whisper in her ear. Let's confess our love and see what happens. There we go. Let our love grow. Hopefully one of us is going to give us a male child. Earl Wigfirth the Shadow, who's actually my rival, has been telling everyone that he saw me and Cuthbert making love. The scandal is a fact. So, Cradle Robber, general opinion is -5. I'm going to remember you, though. Oh, it's because I'm doing your wife. Okay. You don't like me. At all. You really don't like me. Which is a shame, because you're going to meet with an unfortunate accident. Apologies for that. So, we shall carry on anyway. Oh, someone has declared war against us. Now, who are you? You are the Earl of Somerset. You've declared war against me for what? Doesn't actually say. Okay, let us quickly pause. We'll take down the game speed just a second while I raise my levies. I don't have an awful lot of men. Try and bring them all back into a sort of a single spot if we can. What I'm also going to do here, and I decided I wasn't going to do this, but now I think it's time. We are going to borrow some money from the Jewish merchants, and we are going to get ourselves some mercenaries. Now, who do we want? We don't necessarily want the most expensive ones. The Lombard band are always usually quite good. What combat skill do you have? Quite good combat skill, actually. So, yeah, the Lombard band is definitely the mercenaries that we are hiring. And you will want to form up in Warwick as well. Little bit of a pain that we get declared on, but I think we can manage. Message about... Okay, so who is this? Peace be with you. Your course is righteous. Please accept my offer to join your war. Yes. And you. Yes. Yes, this is a bit of a holy war. We're getting a lot of people who are willing to join in. So all of these blue people are actually allied with us in this little war. So, wow, a lot of people are willing to join this war on our side. If we actually look now, yeah, we've got a lot of sort of allies in this war here. Yeah, it is a holy war. Wow. Mercian holy war for Weiss. Interesting. We should be able to win this relatively easy and relatively quickly if all goes well. We're just waiting for some of our troops to all sort of form up. They do seem to sometimes take the longest way around. Somebody else willing to join in. By all means, everybody come in and have a go. I think it's the first time I've ever actually had a Holy War trigger. I've tried this game sort of previously and this never happened. So someone's got a child that is actually mine. We may well end up being able to get a new heir here. That's fine. Where are we? Right, we've got 3 provinces that we need to try and take out. Let's just go back up to speed 3 because it is pretty slow otherwise. So we do get the penalty here, which is very, very strange considering the massive numbers that we've got. We should win that with ease though, and we do. We are going to chase them down. And just try and finish them off completely. And we're going to go ahead and get the last of their men over here. Managed to get away, you cheeky little buggers. We've managed to get that claim as well. We're going to go ahead and use it. We're not going to act on it straight away. We're going to go down here. We will be taking out this sort of rebel band as we go. And then we'll start sieging out. And that should solve a lot of our problems, hopefully. Approve the plan. Yep, we're going to try and kill off that count that really doesn't like us because we've been, you know, sort of messing around with his wife a little bit. So, yeah, we're going to siege this out first. And then we're going to move over. Success. He caught a deadly arrow in the crossfire. The story... yep, we didn't get caught either. Who has just died? It's actually our spy master. That's a shame. He was a good spy master. He wasn't with us for long, but he was a good spy master all the same. Who's in charge of this place now then? You. And you actually don't you actually like me. Defending versus infidels, known murderer, female heir, and I'm banging your wife. But you still seem to like me, but that's fine. I don't mind that at all. Not too sure where those guys came from. We do need to try and siege this place out. It is going to take a little while. This place is suffering from consumption as well, which doesn't help matters much. We could sort of dive in there and try and take that fight, but I don't see that there's a lot of need to at the moment. We'll wait until we've got that. Yeah, a daughter was born. Isn't a daughter that I want. I need a son. Do we want to legitimize her? Or do we just want to acknowledge her as mine? Because always legitimize her later. The problem we've got is having the daughter isn't all that useful. We will acknowledge her, but we won't legitimize her yet. It gives us the option of legitimizing her later if we want to. If the need arises. Not too sure where you're going. You're just going in to try and attack into Somerset. I'll be able to go and back up, but I don't really want to break this siege if I can help it. You're trying to siege Leicester with 18 men. Best of luck to you. You want to join the fight. Anyone that wants to come in and join the war, consider it an open invitation. Please come and join. Got a few more levies here that we can raise. So why don't you guys go and descend on Leicester? You guys should win that fight easily enough. Oh, guys over here in Kent are coming in. So we've got some more Vikings landing. They might be landing in Middlesex or Essex, actually. I think it looks like they are, probably. So that's fine. You guys have decided you're going to start moving around in a strange fashion. Almost won this siege here. Are you going that way now, are you? you want to join. Everybody's against them in this religious war, aren't they? So we did lose a little battle there. Not too sure. I think we just skirted them with a few troops, unfortunately. We lost our spy master again. I'm not sure why we keep losing our spy master. You then, just do stuff there. Let's get rid of some of these pop-ups. Let's unpause the game again. Haven't won this siege yet. Taking absolutely ridiculously ages. Not too sure why we didn't win that siege. But their garrisons are almost down, so we're doing fine. We can just well, we'll wait till those guys get there and then we'll merge everybody up. Still got a bit of money in the bank, so we can still afford to keep the oh right, it's because I'm on the wrong map mode. I have already managed to siege it out, but you can't see the striped lines when you're actually in the diplomatic map mode, which is a little bit weird. So let's go over to Dorset, and we can siege over here. We won't have to do an awful lot to win this war. It is about over. We could go ahead and just assault. County. Oh, right, we can... I thought we already had a claim. Oh, well, we'll go ahead and use it anyway. We will also then move our Chancellor to somewhere more useful. You need to go into the County of Oxford because he still doesn't like us, so go into there. Try and improve things. Now, what we could do is, while we've got the mercenaries, we could always come straight out of this war and go straight into the next war. That is quite the possibility. Ah, and King Unstable has died. We now take over the role of the daughter. So be it. So what we have at the moment is we have an heir. Title loss and succession. No heir of your dynasty. What we need to do, first thing that we need to do is, unfortunately, we need to try and kill off our own husband, which is the problem, because currently our daughter is of his dynasty, not mine. We could go for a different ambition. Pick a character focus. We're going to go for seduction. We're going to try and get pregnant as quickly as possible. Pick an ambition. We are going to try and have a son. And we need to try and seduce some people. So let's go ahead and find characters. And we want this time to search for men in the court. What about the Chancellor? He's 43. Not all that useful. You are an heir to the County of Chester. You might do. We have the seduce option. Let's go ahead and do it. It was a really bad time to go ahead and die. But we will still carry on. He will be mine. Yeah, we'll carry on sieging there. Now, that's going to have affected how much people like us by a considerable amount, really. So we've got a lot of sort of catching up to do. We also have taken a massive hit to our prestige at the moment, but things might improve. We just need to win this war right now. That was just bad timing all around. Would still like to kill off the husband. It's not going to be easy at all. Pretty clear symbolism. So I sent him a magnificent sword as a gift. It seems to have warmed his heart, for he sent me a matching dagger back. Pretty clear symbolism, I'd say. Come on, let's hurry up and win this siege. Leave him a note to meet by the stream. We'll use the same, confess my love. We'll use all the same options we've done before. The virtue is strong in this one. Wow, he didn't fall for it. Okay, well, we'll get the option for that event to refire, I'm sure. 89%, we've almost finished the siege here. We've actually made a lot of money from somewhere. I don't know where all that came from. Let's make a lewd suggestion this time around. There we go. So we're going to end up with a lover or two. Try and get a male heir. And try and get one of our dynasty if possible. So that's 100% war score. Offer peace. Enforce demands. Holy war has ended. Doesn't help me out and it doesn't give me any more land. Let's move to my own land. Do we still have claims on anywhere? Kind of we do. Wessex, why do we have a claim against you? Cannot declare war if we have raised army levies. That's true. Let's go ahead and drop the army levies. We'll keep the mercenaries for now. Yeah. Why do we have the option to declare war against you? Because we have a claim on Wessex in the name of some random person that isn't going to help us. So that doesn't make a lot of difference. So we'll disband the mercenaries, save the money. While we've got a lot of money in the bank, we will go ahead and do something that nobody ever really does in the history of Crusader Kings 2. We are going to repay the jury instead of expelling them. Still got a ton of money. And go into Leicester and we will build the military training ground. Get the extra infantry. In Warwick, we will do the same thing. We'll save a little bit of money. And we'll keep trying to improve relations. In fact, who do we need to improve relations with the most right now? It is still with the Count of Bedford. So let's carry on and do that. We need to move you into Bedford. That is fine. Can we give you an honorary title? We can give you like cupbearer or something like that. That helps a little bit. Our steward doesn't like us all that much. That's hardly surprising. We don't have any prestige, so it's going to be a little bit difficult to get people to like us. That was a real shame our king dying there, but the big problem is that there is no heir of our dynasty. This could end up being a game over relatively quickly. If our ruler dies now, the game will end because we have no one to carry on our line. Yes, we do have a daughter, but our daughter isn't of our dynasty because we don't have a matrilineal marriage. It will be his dynasty, not our dynasty. So what we want to try and do, if we can, is one option is to try and kill this guy off. Where actually is he? Go to location. He is actually in Leicester. Surprisingly enough, he's in Leicester, but we still don't have enough people who would be willing to kill him off, which is very, very strange. We should definitely have a look at the plot and see if it is possible. Would anybody be willing to join this plot at all? Let's have a look on plot power. What about you? We wouldn't be willing to come to the plot, mainly because you like him. You like him more than you like me. Now, if I was to give you some money, potentially, I mean, this is my own spy master. If I were, for example, to send you a gift, you'd like me, right? If I sent you a gift, but you probably still wouldn't like me enough to be willing to come to my aid, would you? No. And I can't do an awful lot else. Could potentially seduce him. He's 36. Could be useful. Certainly like me a bit more if that worked. Let's attempt to seduce him. Still, it's not a massive amount of plot power, so it's not going to make all that much difference. We are going to very quickly just go and raise our levies again, just so we can go and attack there. One children lack a guardian. We might as well educate the child ourselves. There's no reason why we can't do that. In fact, apparently it looks like there is. That's our child. Why can't we do it ourselves? Rank. Yep, there I am. I think. Yes. Okay. Let's carry on with that, and then we'll wait till these men move into position, and then we'll go ahead and try. There we go. We've got a few there. Let's move in. Again, they'll probably move out. Need more practice and try again with the spy master. Actually caught them this time. They decided not to move out, probably because they thought that they had bigger numbers, but we will be able to reinforce. Of course, we're losing a fair few men, though we have managed to kill them off, which is nice. Make a lewd suggestion, see if it works. Let the love grow. We are going to disband the levies because they are moving off now. Now, would that make you any more willing to join that plot? There you are. Your opinion of me is now 100. 100%. But you still wouldn't be willing to get involved with it. That is actually quite bad. We need this guy killed off. What we could do, of course, and there's a little trick way that we can do this. Let's go ahead and cancel that plot. We could have a new court chaplain. What is my current chaplain? 13. What is your skill? 14. We'll just give him a chance. What we could do is we wait until we get a fight. And then we raise a very, very small levy. I mean, I'm talking incredibly small. So we could go in here, for example. And how many men would we be raising here? 45 troops. So we raise 45 troops. And... oh, our crown authority is still too low. That won't work. What my plan would have been to have... put the husband as a military leader and then just send him out in the hope that he would get killed. Which is quite possible. It can happen. Definitely need to get an heir. Because we are going to be in trouble if we don't. Some of the buildings have completed. That is fine. Making a decent amount of money here. Evesham. What about here? Can we build anything useful? Castle walls. Might as well get them. A little bit of extra tax income. Here we go. Someone's trying to usurp my title. His Chancellor is supposedly travelling around Worcester trying to find both documents and supporters to help him legitimise a claim on the title. I need to do something about it. We can make him disappear. We can try to bribe him. So we've got we'll lose 10 piety. Well, we're not too bothered about that. We'll have a 50% chance that he gets killed, or a 50% chance that it fails. It is 50-50. We'll let it go and see what happens. The assassin's failed. Continues to work to fabricate his claim. So we may have some issues going on here. We certainly need to keep trying to suck up to people. How is our Chancellor doing with the sucking up to the people? Not terribly well. It does have to be said. We really need to get a male heir. I'm so disappointed that it's almost impossible to kill this guy off. And why is that? Is it because my intrigue skill is so low, really? Oh, this is going to be a really hard game. And it does just prove that sometimes the... It can just screw you. We'll try and make him disappear again. What we could also do, potentially... Yeah, I can't... If we'd have legitimised this child before... Right, the assassins have succeeded. If we'd have legitimised this child before we actually died, it might have helped things. But at the moment, it's not going to help one little tiny bit. We need to have a male child. We need to keep seducing people. Let's go ahead and see if we can find another one. We haven't got pregnant yet. How old are we? We are only 27 years old. We shouldn't be having this much trouble. We would like someone with good diplomacy. What about if we go for our own Chancellor? Might work. Let's see what happens. Really don't know if we're going to manage this. I hope my king doesn't die. It'll be very, very... well, king, it's a queen at the moment. It'd be very, very disappointing. I have actually done this before and managed to form Britannia. This is not the first time that I've tried this. But yeah, sometimes you just get screwed over by the rolls. Need more practice. I think we're going to end it there, though, because we have reached the 20-minute mark. Thanks for watching Crusader King's Story. I hope you're still enjoying it. I'm not too sure how much longer this particular Let's Play is going to carry on, because, you know, we are in a situation where we might just end up losing, and then we'll have to go ahead and, I don't know, try and do something else. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2, and I'll see you next time. Until then, goodbye for now.